The Philippine Air Force has inducted 6 new Sikorsky S-70I Black Hawk combat utility helicopters in its fleet, during acceptance and blessing ceremonies held in Clark Air Base today, December 10, 2020. The new helicopters were assigned with the Philippine Air Force 205th Tactical Helicopter Wing, which currently flies the Bell UH-1 Huey helicopter, and a few Bell 412EP and PZL Swidnuk W-3A Sokol combat utility helicopters. The helicopters were built by Sikorsky's Polish subsidiary, PZL Milek, and were delivered to the Philippines in November 2020. All 6 were part of a deal for 16 new S-70I helicopters ordered in 2018 as part of the Philippine Air Force modernization efforts. The 10 remaining helicopters are scheduled for delivery to the Philippines by early 2021, also coming from PZL Milek's production facility in Poland. Previous confirmation from the Philippines Department of National Defense, DND, mentioned the training of Philippine Air Force pilots and crew on Black Hawk operations in Sikorsky's facility in Florida, which appears to be ongoing. The PAF is looking at replacing the Bell UH-1D and H Huey fleet, which the Philippine Air Force started using in the late 1960s. But its decision to acquire more surplus units and spare parts from regional partners like South Korea and Japan appears to be a sign that it is struggling in replacing the old helicopters with new ones. The Philippine Air Force was reported to be also procuring 16 Russian Mi-171 HIP medium helicopters, but its addition would still be not enough to meet the PAF's total requirements. The Philippine Air Force is expected to order more combat utility helicopters in the future, most likely follow-on orders of S-70I Black Hawk, or additional Bell 412EP/EPX helicopters, considering the type is also in use as combat utility and VIP helicopters.